Honorable Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia, आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. In fact, double welcome for coming out in these times for the 7th edition of the India Today Safai Giri Awards, which since last year have been converted into the Health Giri Summit and Awards. Since the pandemic is still with us, and this year has been traumatic too, we continue as the Health Giri Awards. It is an honor and privilege to have hosted these awards since 2014, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi nominated the India Today Group and me as Swachh Bharat ambassadors. Just yesterday, the Prime Minister launched the Swachh Bharat Mission Urban, SBMU 2.0, an Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation, Amrut 2.0. CBMU 2.0 aims to make our cities garbage-free, improve sewage and septic management, make our cities water-safe, and ensure no sewage drains into our rivers. These are very laudable and much-needed goals. Prime Minister Modi said yesterday, and I quote, "Cleanliness is a lifestyle. Cleanliness is a life mantra." I believe we should all act on this mantra for the well-being of our country. As we continue this cleanliness mission, we can't forget the fact that the specter of the COVID-19 pandemic continues to stalk us. The pandemic has caused collective deaths and misery globally, disrupting lives and livelihoods unlike any other time in recent history. It has killed over 4.7 million people worldwide since last year. Economies have been ravaged. The living has had to cope with the greater economic insecurity, anxiety, and disruption in every aspect of their life. For many, challenges to mental and physical health remain. So far, India has recorded more than 33 million confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 4,48,605 deaths. We ranked second to America in the number of cases in a country and third in the total number of deaths. We saw a devastating second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic between April and May this year, recording over 400,000 cases a day. Half of all of India's COVID-19 deaths occurred in those 2 months alone. And I'm sure every one of us present here was touched by this health emergency in some way or the other. Our fragile healthcare system was rapidly overwhelmed by the unprecedented waves of the infected patients. There were not adequate ambulances to transport the sick to hospitals. Oxygen and hospital beds were in short supply. And there was a shortage of medical staff to tend to patients. Crematoriums were inundated, and in many cases where entire families tested positive, nobody was there to perform the last rites of the dead. It was a war, and it needed an exceptional group of warriors to fight it. Across the country, thousands of remarkable men and women and organizations, both in public and in the government, were our corona warriors who helped their fellow citizens. They offered health care and services, ran ambulances, delivered medical oxygen to the needy, operated child support programs, performed the last rites of the deceased, and supported the state in coping with the crisis. I am delighted that we are awarding the selfless work of this legion of unsung heroes. However, there's a light after the darkness. India has reported less than 50,000 daily cases for 92 consecutive days. Now with only 26,727 cases, new cases added yesterday. Moreover, the weekly test positivity rate, which WHO recommends being less than 5%, has been less than 3% in India for 94 days. And Delhi has seen less than 100 positive cases for 3 months now. Consequently, hospital beds for COVID have very low occupancy in major cities. In Kerala, a state with the highest number of active cases, only 4% of all those admitted in hospital had critical symptoms. The second wave finally seems to be behind us, but we cannot be complacent. We can be complacent only at our own peril. We need to keep our guard up by continuing to maintain social distancing norms and masking up. We also have much to celebrate. India's vaccination program has been one of the most significant global success stories of the battle against the pandemic. After a slow start, we have gone on to launch one of the world's most extensive vaccination drives. Since March 1st, we have given over 900 million doses of COVID vaccines. This is more than the population of Europe. In just one day, on September 17th, we vaccinated over 25 million people across the country, a world record. Besides being the largest manufacturer of vaccines globally, India has developed the world's first DNA vaccine, which can be administered to all people above the age of 12. The Prime Minister recently informed the UN General Assembly of this. Honorable Minister Mansukh Mandavia told us recently how India aims to resume the export of COVID-19 vaccines from this month, thereby fulfilling our global commitments. Honorable Minister, we have chosen the winners of the Healthgiri Awards through online public nominations. 5 or 6 names were shortlisted for each of the 18 categories. The jury selected the winners and verified them by an independent research agency, MDRA. A select jury comprising of Mr. Manish Sabharwal, Chairman, Team Lease Services Limited, Dr. Srinath Reddy, President, Public Health Foundation of India, Dr. Naresh Trayan, Chairman and Managing Director of Medanta, Dr. Swati Piramal, Vice Chairperson, Piramal Group, and myself. I want to thank our jury for having taken the time out to do this. I just want to mention that we decided not to consider those awarded the previous year, although they continue to do exemplary work. I believe that the winners today and those who participated in the Healthgiri Awards are the true heroes and the real champions of New India. It is our privilege to recognize their outstanding work. I'd now like to introduce Shri Mansukh Mandavia, the Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Chemicals and Fertilizers. Shri Mandavia is a member of the Rajya Sabha from Gujarat and one of our youngest cabinet ministers. He was sworn in as a Minister of State for Road, Transport and Highways, Shipping and Chemicals and Fertilizers in 2016. In 2019, he was given independent charge of the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. He represented India in the World Economic Forum at Davos, Switzerland last January. An ardent propagator of feminine hygiene and women's rights. He was awarded Men for Menstruation by UNICEF on the Menstrual Hygiene Day for his initiative of Savida Sanitary Napkin. In July this year, he was appointed Minister of Health and Family Welfare, where, among other tasks, he has to lead the government's fight against the pandemic. Sri Mandavia is a passionate cyclist and one of our few politicians to ride a bicycle into Parliament. Asked why he does it, he said, "It's a passion, not fashion, for me." I know he would bring the same passion into his new responsibilities. With his track record of hard work and commitment to serve the people, I believe the health of this country is in good hands. I heartily welcome the Honorable Minister and request him to deliver our keynote address. Thank you.
আজ তাক বাংলা জানুন সব খবর সবার আগে সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আজ তাক বাংলা বেল আইকন প্রেস করতে ভুলবেন না